Welcome to our WordPress tutorial. In this video, we'll walk you through the essential WordPress settings. These settings are crucial for customizing your site and ensuring it runs smoothly. Let's get started. First, let's look at the general settings. Here, you can set or change your site title and tagline. The tagline by default is just another WordPress site. It's a good idea to change this to something descriptive, as search engines will display it permanently. Remember, the theme you choose may or may not show the tagline on your site. Next, you'll see the WordPress address on site address setting. These are usually set automatically when you install WordPress, so you might not need to change them. However, if you ever switch to HTTPS or install WordPress in subdirectory, you may need to update this. Be careful with these settings because they control where your site is accessed and where your core WordPress files are stored. Check the email address field. This is where important site email be sent, like notifications and password resets. Make sure this is correct. You also have the option to allow people to register on your site. If you enable this, the default rule for new users is subscriber, which gives them limited access. This is the recommended setting, but you can always change a user's rule later. Lastly, you can choose your site language and set your time zone, date format, and weekday start. These are important for how your content and calendar appear, so don't forget to save your changes. Next, let's dive into the writing settings. These are all about how to create blog posts. You can set the default post category and default post format. By default, posts are categorized as uncategorized and have a standard format. You can change this here, but you still be able to choose different options when creating individual posts. There's also an option called post via email, which is more advanced. It allows you to publish posts by sending an email to a specific address. Update services is another advanced setting where you can notify services when you publish new content. Now, let's look at the reading settings, which control how your site displays content. You can choose what your home page shows, either your latest post or a static page. If you don't plan to blog, you can leave the post page blank. You can also set how many posts are displayed on your blog page and in RSS feeds. By default in this 10 posts. The search engine visibility option lets you decide whether search engines can index your site. So if you're still building your site and don't want to appear in search results yet, you can check this box. Next up are the discussion settings, which manage comments on your site. Default post settings allow you to control whether people can comment on your posts and whether other blogs are notified when you link to them. You can also decide if commenters need to provide a name and email, or if they must register to comment. To email me, whenever option let you choose when you receive notification about comments. You can also decide if comment must be manually approved before appearing on your site. Comment moderation settings help you manage spam by allowing you to filter comments with specific words or too many links. Finally, you can set a default avatar for commenters who don't have one. Now, let's move on to media settings, where you control how images are handled on your site. WordPress has default image sizes set for thumbnails, medium, and large images. You can adjust this size if needed. You can also organize your uploads by month and year, which helps keep your media library tidy. Permalinks determine the URL structure of your posts and pages. The recommended setting is post name, which makes URLs look clean and helps with SEO. Once you set this, try not to change it to avoid breaking any links to your site. However, you can customize the URL structure if you have specific needs. Finally, we have privacy settings. Here, you can select a page to display your site's privacy policy. Make sure you choose a page that complies with legal requirements. And that is it.